How sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. My bad. I was watching YouTube. I was watching YouTube and then I was like, oh, I got to set up for the show because we were doing a little extra today. So I apologize for that. But you know me, I'm usually late to these things. This is your weekly Thursday night nerdy talk show where we sit back and relax. I said we sit back and relax. And hopefully by now you've poured yourself a a little bit of,
more specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
as we cruise into the weekend. This is the is this the first show I've done with the standing desk? Did I do it last week? I don't remember, but I'll try to stand up this whole show. I feel like one of those radio DJs, like standing up in the booth, like whatever. Of course, if you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, vlog, OnlyFans, newsletter, or smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat, support one another, plug yo shit. We have a fun episode in store. We have some toy news to talk about. Of course, some big deals have occurred in the crowdfunding space, so we'll talk about that. We also have an unboxing to do. We're gonna do a fun unboxing. Can I make this camera brighter? I don't know. Let me see if I can figure that out. There we go. We have a fun unboxing as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Sorry I started late, but you know how it is. We figure out. We get through it. Without further ado, damn you, Lenny. Damn you, Lenny. The man, the myth, the legend. It's me, I am the problem. It is me. Like I said, I was watching YouTube. I was actually watching, let me turn this a little bit. I was actually watching this guy. I think I showed him off before on the channel. I mean, he's a large creator, so it's not like me showing him's going to do anything, but called Truck Life. And what he does is he drives around the country. Actually, he drives country to country in a way. He drives from Alaska to the US and back every year, and he lives out of his truck, but he built a cabin on the back of the truck. So the video I was just watching was he bought a brand new truck, Ford 350, 1995 Ford 350. And he was doing a walkthrough of like the new truck versus the old truck and all that. And I was like, it's so fascinating. Oh shit, I got a show to do. So here we are. And I'm happy to see all of you guys here tonight. I actually want to try something before I forget, which is does this give me the option to like push this to YouTube? I don't see an option. This thing's always giving me problems when I try to like go live on YouTube. Facebook. It just it like gives me an error. So yeah, I don't think there's a way to do it. It's fine. Let me get the shameless plugs out the way, and then we will get the show on the road. I probably should have had that tab open as well. You know, we work our way through it. It's every week. It's a work in progress, but we get there. We get there together. As I lose my tabs once again. It's fine. Of course, if you want to get in contact with us in real time, you have Nerd Affiliated on Instagram. You have the Real Nerd Busters if you're into the Ghostbusters side of things over on Instagram. And you have me, actually, HeyArcher, on Instagram. So that's usually the best way to get in contact with me. I have to admit, I meant to talk about this the other day. I just keep forgetting to do it. If I don't respond to any of you guys, do not take offense. As you just heard, and as I say every week, there's multiple Instagrams that I run here between Nerd Affiliated, Real Nerdbusters, HeyArcher. I have a cat one that I don't even really stay active on, but I try to be active there. And then I have a photography one, and then one that's me trying to be a little bit more professional. So we got about 6. We got about 6 Instagrams. So if I don't respond to stuff, I'm sorry. Don't take it personally. There's a chance I didn't see it yet. There's a chance I opened it, jumped out because I got distracted, didn't go back. Many reasons. So I did want to say that. But of course, if you need links to everything, including some sweet, sweet merch, you can hit up nerdaffiliated.com. Your one-stop shop for all things Nerd Affiliated, from the latest videos, joining the foundation, latest photo albums, and like I said, merch. You can find us there. If you're more of a listener, you rather listen to the podcast versus YouTube, there is a link there as well where you can listen in on the website or on your favorite podcast platform. So there's that. There is that. Now for the best part of the show, let's say hi to all of you. I see the chat's been moving. I again, not ignoring you. I had to get the plugs out the way first. Had to get the plugs out the way. Scroll up to the top. We have the Rambling Nerd in the house, Sir Anthony. Good to see you. Did Dave get his gear? What gear did Dave order that I am not up to speed on? Let me know. But of course, Dave's Dimension in the house. Good to see you. Let's go first with the thirst. Some YouTubers are always trying to skate uphill. That is true. He says hi to K-Walk, so I'm assuming K-Walk's in here. There she is. K-Walk Comedy. Good to see you. The gear. The gear, yes. The gimbal, the mics, all that fun stuff. Oh, and your Ectoglow figures arrive tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome. Kathy, was that a guess as to when I would go live or when I did go live? Which one was that? Ultra Carta in the house. Good to see you. Always dropping the music in there. I love it. We got Jamie the Pill Rider in the house, aka Gen X-Wing podcast, Gen X podcast. I keep forgetting. I've been doing this new thing. I started it at the end of their last week's episode of their Ghostbuster podcast, and then I did it this time when I finally remembered. They're doing this series where they're reviewing real Ghostbuster episodes, and I keep forgetting that I've only really watched season 1, part of season 2, but mostly season 1 of the real Ghostbusters. So what I started to do was watch episodes as they're talking about them. So it's kind of like my own commentary track. It's a lot of fun. Actually, before I forget, let me do this. Of course, if you guys have, things you want to promote, you're always welcome to toss it into the chat if you can. And what I want to do is give a wrench over to Jamie before I forget. Too many windows. Give a wrench over. Too many windows. Where are we at? Oh, Ultra, you did not have a wrench this whole time. I just realized that. Let's get you one. And then Jamie should have one right now. So if you can, put the link to your YouTube channel in there for the world to see. I got Dada Films in the house. Good to see you. I'm sure Dada has some thoughts on the Haslab today. I got KO in the house. Good to see you. The intro's sick. Thank you. It's we are officially pot committed with the intro. I have talked about it before. Patrick was one of the ones telling me not to change it. But I was watching, the long story short, I saw for the first time a segment from the Tim Dillis podcast. Dillis, whatever his name is. I heard of him, but I didn't really know him. And then he did an interview that sent me to his podcast to be like, oh, is he going to talk about that interview on the podcast? So I go over there. Dude had no intro, just went for it. And then I thought about it and I was like, oh, there's so many podcasts I watch. I don't listen to podcasts on podcast platforms. I'm a consumer of podcasts via YouTube because I have YouTube Premium. So, meaning I don't have commercials. And I can close the app, still hear it, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, all these people that have way larger podcasts than me, they do not have intros. They just kind of start talking. And I love a good intro. I'm a sucker for the nostalgia. I love a good TV. Sorry, I'm trying to move my stand closer to me so I can rest my foot on there. I'm a sucker for a good intro. Love them. I'm special needs for an intro. I think an intro is so important to a TV show. And I was like, maybe that's just me. I shouldn't do an intro anymore. And because of people like Patrick, and then I thought about it and I was like, fuck it. I was like, if somebody listens to the podcast and they have to sit there for 3 minutes until the music plays through and I yell, so be it. It's part of the show. It's what we do. One more time for the intro.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
It is what it is. It is what it is. You like my DJ setup? The other thing too is behind me is the old table. I still have not had time to clear off the old table, put stuff away, and it's just behind me right now. So at some point I got to do that. And today will be the first unboxing here on the new table, the standing desk. Well, we'll see how it goes. But the wife is like, are you going to throw stickers on that again? Because it's this one's actually a really nice looking desk. So I don't know. It's not like she uses it, but it is kind of nice without the stickers on it. I don't know. We'll see. Get them trees going. There you go. Millennium Workshop in the house. Good to see you. And, oh, there he is. Patrick in the house. Good to see you. Love that. Josh in the house too. Good to see you. Patrick said was lurking while configuring. Sometimes when I hover over, pop-ups show up. I was lurking while I configure the setup. Oh, you're doing your own setup? Are you going to record? Doing a new video? Don't worry, DJ Steve is on the case. There you go. Goddamn, dude, I can't even do one account. I attempted to do 2 YouTube channels, I think 2 different times. That one's too much for me, doing the 2 YouTube channels. So, it's a battle. You guys know this. It's a battle of the algorithm. You're like, what am I doing that's not working? Should I change it? Do I make multiple channels? Do I make multiple pages? Because you're trying to make your way out there. But I had this revelation the other day, right? I'm going to put my stuff down. And then maybe I'll show you guys too some stuff I got at Fan Expo Boston. I had a revelation the other day. And let me know your thoughts on this. It might be too harsh of a revelation, but I was like, you know what? I got to be real with myself at a certain point. A lot of us are on the quest to grow our pages, grow our podcast, grow the brand, right? We all have a brand if you do YouTube that you're trying to grow. And the other day I was like, I got to figure it out. I got to change things again. I got to figure it out. Got to do blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, etc. And then YouTube sent me you guys, if you do YouTube, you get this, you get a weekly report about how you did. And I opened it up and I saw that last week I had I don't know, it was 1,600 views on the page or something like that, which lately has been a little bit low, but nonetheless, it was 1,600. And I was like, son of a bitch. 16, and it's 1,600 new people, like people who had never been to the page before. I was like, I had 1,600 opportunities to get a subscriber, to get a follower, to get a like, to get a share, all that stuff. I had 1,600 chances and I got 0. I got 0. YouTube did its job. YouTube showed either it was my short, my video, my page, the thumbnail. YouTube did whatever it did. The number is whatever it is, but at the end of the day, it gave 1,600 people the chance to consume my content, our content, because you guys helped me curate what we talk about and where the direction of the channel. So it's our content. YouTube gave 1,600 people the chance to watch my content, subscribe to my content, interact with the content, and they didn't. So that's on me at this point. That's on me. Either it's the video quality, the topic not being catchy enough at the beginning of the short or whatever it is, the thumbnail, whatever the reason is, YouTube's still sharing my stuff. And at a certain point, I got to say, it's on me. It's on me. Now, granted, I've done like 2 different times. I've done ads on Meta. And when I've done ads, I've gained subscribers. So I'm like, who are you pushing it to that like they want to follow it versus on its own they don't want to follow? So I get suspicious on that. But as far as YouTube goes, I was like, 1,600 people saw this that are brand new, never been here before. And they did not follow, subscribe, or any of that stuff. So I just need to do better at the content is ultimately what it is. I need to get better at either the topics, what I'm covering, maybe the frequency, whatever it is, I have to do better. But YouTube's still sharing it. They're still sharing it. So this all came from the algorithm type conversations. I'm kind of tired at this point of me beating a dead horse of trying to like beat the algorithm. I just have to admit, the stuff gets out there. And it's up to me to make it so enticing and so entertaining that somebody's like, interact, whether it's a like, share, subscribe, whatever. So that's my feeling on it when it comes to the algorithm at this point. I have to do better. I can't blame 1,600 options. If like the sales manager in me is like, you had 1,600 ups, and out of those 1,600 ups, you got nothing. That's bad. So I don't want you guys to think I'm down on myself or anything like that. I didn't mean this to be like a super negative segment, if you would. It's more of just something I thought about this week. And I was like, I got to look at this from a different angle. I can't always be the system, not the system, but like the YouTube is out to get me. Like I can't do that. I'm not telling you guys to look at it that way. That's just how I'm going to look at it. So I'm on a quest to make things better as time goes on. If that makes sense. Archer has all the IG pages, and then there's the only nerd pages. Yeah. Yep. Louis in the house. What'd you miss? Just a rant. Dude, you are too kind. Your check's in the mail. See, there you go. He remembers. I think our checks cancel each other out. Millennium shared his new video. Make sure you guys check that out. Jamie shared the channel. There you go. Subtle flex with YouTube Premium. Aaron Waller in the house. Good to see you. Determined to get Aaron Waller back on camera at some point. We gotta keep nudging him. I hold fast to the opinion. Found you with a soundtrack, and we will go out with a soundtrack. There it is. The man collects in the house. Good to see you. I assume you just finished filming your Friday video. I assume, based on the time. based on the time. Josh says, taking the kids to 35th anniversary nerd Ninja Turtle. Try again, Steve. Taking kids to the 35th anniversary Ninja Turtles tomorrow night. You know, shout out to all you nerds, because I wanted to go see that, and I'm going away this weekend, and was like, damn, the one day they're viewing it, I'm not going to be home or by a theater to watch it. And I was like, this one would actually get me out to go to a theater to watch a re-release. But apparently it was so popular, they opened it up to like almost a whole week. It's like 5 days. So I'm going to try to see it next week. I think next Thursday is the last day that most theaters are doing it. So, you know, between Monday and Thursday, I'm going to try to go to the theater, you know, just to relive the old days. Yeah, man, just keep making the good stuff. Yeah, just keep trying. The numbers can be annoying and frustrating. Yep. We're always trying to crack the code. Yep. Are you drinking cold milk? Always. Always lurking. Yes, sir. Wrap up is complete. There you go. Nah, they got extra days added. Yeah, you heard. Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm so happy for that. So if you guys hadn't figured out from the thumbnail or the title, the unboxing that we want to do today, wrong screen. Was it this one? It is that one. Yeah. The unboxing today is the Storm Arena Ken figure. Now, it's funny. Just now, I was like, "Oh, you guys can see me on the screen, like on my monitor," but that's just a picture-in-picture.
Boo! Boo! Rubbish! Filth! Slime! Muck! Boo! Boo! Boo!
That's so good. So good. But yes, we got the Storm Arena Ken, so we're going to do an unboxing of that. Maybe have some Tums, who knows? But obviously, we're going to do some figure comparisons while we do that and talk about it. Now, once again, shout out to Patrick. He's a big proponent of Big Bad Toy Store. I believe the man collects his as well. So I finally bit the bullet and made a purchase from Big Bad Toy Store. Shout out to Articulated Ninja. I think our Articulated Ninja did a video unboxing on this Ken. And I was like, sold. And then I also watched D Amazing's video on that. So I had no desire to buy this line, but the enthusiasm I saw in the reviews told me this might be it. And also, I did want to get the Jada Street Fighter figures, but those versions of the characters just weren't speaking to me. But this, when I think of Ken in my head, when I think of Ryu in my head, it's these versions. These alpha versions / Marvel vs. Capcom versions. So we'll do an unboxing on it. Go from there. I probably should have brought a knife into the room with me. Probably should have done that. So I'm going to get a knife. Yeah, I don't have one. So talks amongst yourselves. Be right back. Boy, does it smell interesting in this room. Damn. Oh, man. General Kenobi. Good to see you. You know, this weekend at Fan Expo Boston, I was going to try to talk to Star Wars Theory. And if I did, I was going to make sure it was the day I was wearing one of your shirts. But when I saw how crowded the show was and he kept having a line, I was like, I'll talk to Theory whenever I meet him in person. That's when we'll do it. So let's open this guy up. I might as well go full screen for now. So we do that. And I should probably move the light back away from blinding me in the face. And actually, I'm going to do one last thing here. There we go. Better since we're standing up. So unpunched, by the way. Unpunched. The packing was immaculate. I was really surprised to see how very well packed this was. Oh, it comes with a stand. And it has a cool background. You can use it for your display if you wanted to. Shout out to Tony. Good to see you. It has a flight stand. Nice. And then take the cover off. And we got our figure. Sexy. Everything's falling out. All right. I'm going to switch back to the other screen. I dropped the hands. Extend the mic over. And let's take a look at the figure first. By the way, the B-roll camera tonight comes courtesy of the DJI Action 5 on a webcam mode. So let me make one adjustment to this thing if I can. Lower it just a tad bit. And yeah, we have our figure. Whoops, I pushed a button. Too many things on my desk. Too many things. Too many cooks. You guys remember that? Remember that? This is a really, it's cliche to say, a really good feeling figure in the hand, I have to say. Doesn't feel cheap. The articulation is very smooth. I don't feel like I need to heat anything up. Double jointed. Yep, double jointed. It is pinless. Toe articulation. Can you get in a cool dynamic pose easily? Maybe not easily, but I've also not done this in a while. Yep, got that. And has a sweet ponytail in the back. So yeah, when I think of Ken, this is the version I think of. This is the version I think of. Oh, and I just realized too, there's a black wash on the gi, so it's not perfectly red. There is see if I can turn this a little bit. There's some wash on that. So this is really cool. This is really cool. And like I was saying, I don't know if I finished that thought, but yeah, when I think of Ken, it's Ken with the long hair, the ponytail, the long red bow on it. This head sculpt here, he's got a little smirk going on. So that's pretty sweet. So when I originally pre-ordered this, my goal was I pre-ordered this and Ryu at the same time. this was ready. So I was going to wait for Ryu to also be ready and then have them both ship at the same time with the, whatever the pile of loot thing is or whatnot. This is my first time ordering from them. And when they announced Sagat, I was like, ooh, that actually looks pretty good. So I'm debating getting Sagat. I figured I had to get one figure in hand. And if I like this one figure, I can continue in the line with some other characters if I, think they're cool enough. But this feels good. This is a good figure. Retail on this one, they hit me up with the tariff after the fact. So let me go over. I'm just gonna sign in real quick. And then I'll do a screen switch. So right now he's in stock, 30 bucks. And then I think when I pre-ordered him, it was actually like 25 or 27. And then they messaged me saying they had to boost it if I wanted to keep the order. So it went up in cost. Oh, shout out to Generation X-Wing in the house. Both of you guys in the house. Love it. The buttons are covered. Hang on. There we go. So he comes with some extra hands. You got the got the peace sign, which is nice. Has a Ducat hand. And even the hands are like, the only way I can describe it is like a soft rubber. Like the hands aren't like a stiff plastic. I feel like
more specifically vodka, whiskey, beer.
I gotta drink, I guess.
Tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
That shit made me jump. The hands, they're so soft. Like I almost believe you could bend them, but they don't. So you have another kind of like martial arts pose hand, and then the other Hadouken. And then he has another head sculpt. So a more like serious grin going on. Yeah. They're both actually very similar. One just shows teeth. Let me go over here. It'll be easier for you guys to see it on this screen, I think. Yeah. So you can see one has the grin, and then one's just like stoic. But if you're like me, isn't there? I believe the gi comes off as well. It does. I was like, oh, don't break it. So there's a peg on the front, and then you can take the gi top off. Dude is brolic. So you can do that too. So depending on the look you're going for, you got it. I'm going to do the gi on, because anytime I think of Ken, I have him in my head, full gi. Ryu, if anything, I might have gi top off just to mix it up. But my goal with these figures right now is Marvel vs. Capcom. That's where my brain is going. So I had to bring up some Marvel Legend figures. Now I don't have Ryu, so Ken's gonna have to suffice as far as comparing him for the iconic dab going on. So you can always get like a pose like that. But as far as a side by side, it's scales perfectly. It scales perfectly. Can't get him to quite stand. Gonna have to put some of my blue tack on the bottom of the feet at some point. Oh, and I just realized I almost lost. I was like, yeah, the front part looks weird. I almost lost this. The bow that goes on the front of the belt. So keep that in mind. If you take the gi off, make sure you don't lose the front part there. But yeah, scales perfectly. Scales perfectly. Maybe a little short, but like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to actually, no, let me set up the stand. I believe that, when it comes to the Street Fighter figures based on who I used to play, I'm going to need Guile. Definitely going to need Guile whenever that comes out. Again, I wanted the Guile from the other line, the Jada line, because that's kind of like all we had, but I saw the Jada figures in person and I was like, these aren't my versions. Like, they're just not. It's cool, but it's just not what I imagined. So I kind of was like, whatever. But now getting these, I'm gonna get Guile when that comes out. The Sagat actually looks really cool, so I might get Sagat. And the rest will just be like a, if it happens, it happens type of deal. All right, let's see. Oh, does this one go? I've never had a flight stand before, so I'm gonna look real dumb doing this right now. Is that for that? Or does it actually go around the waist? Let's see. Oh, it does fit around the waist. All right, cool. Because there's also black ones. I wasn't sure if the black one was for like around the waist. That's physics. There we go. That's the plastic is so soft. I really don't feel like I'm, famous last words. I don't feel like things are going to break as I'm messing with them. Sick. It's a good figure. It is a good figure. And he also comes with a fireball effect. For that. Yeah. Woo. This is good. This is good. This is good. Billy Nichols in the house. Good to see you. He said fix the foot. Yeah. I got to mess with it some more. There's a lot happening on the table right now, so that's where I'm like messing up a bit. But, for the price, man, for $30, I did want to bring up, the classic tale of comparing other figures, in a similar price point. And because nowadays we have to be very selective on what we're getting because we only have so much money. It's, I don't want to go down that road on this episode, but money's tight for a lot of people, a lot of us, and you got to be very selective on what you're getting. So knowing I'm going to spend $30, I have to be like, all right, what does $30 get me to the point that like I feel good about it. I feel good about it. And this one at 30 bones, it makes sense to me. Considering this is, 25, also feels good. Like I said it the other day, Marvel Legends have really been doing good by me as far as I'm concerned. So 25 for this, 30 for that. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But this is where I get lost. This is where I get lost. You guys know I love this figure. I've said it before. It was my desk figure. I usually keep a figure on the desk that I just kind of like fidget with throughout the day. But Toddy Mac lost me. I was starting to come back. Especially with this figure. I was like, all right, maybe I was wrong. But the offering of this versus this at the same price, I'm out. I'm out once again. So I'm in love, man. Storm Arena got me. Let's take a look at the site just to see the others that they've announced. So they announced, these are Jada, right? Almost got confused. Now there's this Blanca that I believe JB reviewed, and I really liked it. I really liked JB's review. They have Dan coming out, so I'm good on that. But this guy here, this one looks legit. This might be my line. Yeah. It's good. It's good, man. These are good. I'm going to take a seat break. Let's see what messes up as the table lowers. Oh, so far so good. And I'll drop you guys. There you go. I feel like it would have to be for me. I think that Sagat's gonna happen. I think Guile has to happen. Maybe even Vega. But if Blanca goes on sale, then that'll happen. Do I want the Andrew? It's funny. I thought about that when I saw Dan. I was like, oh, Andrew Schultz. But And here's the thing. I understand licenses cost different depending on, which ones they are, but I'm gonna go back to the Ghostbusters. And there's no way, absolutely no way that I'm gonna get this figure with all its posability and the feel and the pose, like, there is no way that I'm going to get the real Ghostbusters now. Because maybe there's a chance that somebody else gets the license and it's not $100 for each one. Just maybe. Come on. Oh, Dada, really? Did that happen just now? Yeah, you guys know what I'm going for. Let's see. I'll use the flight stand. And then we'll pull up what the breaking news that Dada just announced. All right. Put this through. All right. Dada Films said breaking news. The Haslab fully funded. Wow. Holy shit. Yo, G.I. Joe fans are crazy. G.I. Joe fans are crazy. What is Lyle's figure file saying right now? Let me see. I think he's streaming right now.
Or we could have one that might be too expensive, but we'd have it. And I don't know about you all, but once it's on the shelf, I really don't remember how much I paid for it unless it's like super cheap. I mean, because it's like, okay, I have it and it's awesome. Like, I got these Power Ranger figures, most of them for cheap, but I couldn't tell you how cheap they were. I do remember that Hawkgirl was $31 after I took some money off from GameStop coupons, but the important thing, it's in the collection and that I'm still enjoying it. So absolutely. And thank you. I appreciate that, Michael. Ryan Daly, been so busy I haven't even taken the Rattler out of his shipper box. Probably won't for another week or two. Because you need to make sure you have the space for it. And not a joke when you start putting it together.
I love this comment right here. Doing the math on the shelf display causes some pretty serious mental damage. I'm wondering if he has... I'm wondering if we can see when he finds out it backs.
Speaking of Joski, I've been building, man. We didn't get that really cool Skrull helmet or head sculpt. So, and then ketchup and mustard on the Sky Striker. So some Haslabs have not hit all the tiers. So it's not a thing of Hasbro's going to cook the books. We backed it and we got it taken care of. Of course, there's some really great Marvel Legend figures. 8 as of 8/19. Ski Raider right there. Michael Bailey's. What's up, Michael? This is my first Haslab. Pretty stoked. And the great thing, they're going to keep this week. I guess the Cobra has green sheet. Walmart. And I wonder what was going on with these bonuses. Now it's time to go. Where were y'all later? And I don't know how many of y'all remember She's All That, but thank you for everything. I have not seen the new. No, I believe it. And we'll see Turtle. I think Stalker started me on the beret thing. Plus, right.
That's cool though. That's cool. And yeah, Lyle has been very positive about this thing. And you know what's crazy is today Hasbro did a live stream And Emily was like, "Oh no, we're on track to back." Like she was very confident about it. I did not see it happening. I did not see this happening. Which tab is it? This one. That is crazy. Almost 1,500. And what's up, Rolando? Good to see you. I don't know if I said hello already. That is crazy. I didn't see it. I did not see it making it all the way. I knew it was going to back, but getting all the way, wild. Absolutely wild. So, I mean, now is this still in stock? It's up for pre-order still, yeah. That one's not doing well. Now the running joke's going to be on the LATT or the LAAT. Is that gonna reach? Is that gonna reach? I see so many flippers in the future. Yeah, dude. Like I said, I've said it like a couple weeks in a row. You need flippers when it comes to these crowd funds, these pre-orders. Like you need the flippers. As much as I hate them, the problem is with or maybe not a problem, but just trying to put Ken back together a little bit. The issue with flippers, right, is that when you have items like Haslabs and the pre-orders, they do a service. Like they help everybody get to the goal. Like they help everybody make it there so that way we can get what we want. Sorry, I got a little distracted because I felt like a couple of the movements, Ken is feeling a little tight. His like right leg is like slightly being suspect right now. It's all right. When it comes to things like the crowd funds, flippers aren't the worst thing because they help you make it. They help you make it there. And a flipper getting a Haslab doesn't stop you from getting a Haslab. But if anything, the flippers getting you there, they give some people a second chance. This peg fell out, so you got to be careful with the peg that goes in the shirt for the belt. Heads up. Okay, we're in business. So yeah, the flippers, they really help you when it comes to the crowd funds. Really do. It's the other things where I'm like, I can't stand flippers. But I tell you, when I was at Fan Expo this weekend, saw them all. Saw Dragon Man, saw the Rattler, saw his tank. They were all present at the show. So I don't know. It's one of those scenarios now, like even like what Lyle was saying just now. Like once it's on your shelf, like you kind of forget about it. You kind of forget about the costs. And I was watching the Hyperdrive channel, his recap of Rebel Scum Con, which always reads slightly weird if you're not knowing what it's supposed to say. I was watching his video on it, and they were looking at the here, I'll pull it up. Yeah, let's see here. Hyperdrive channel. Oh, they're actually live streaming right now. Let's see here. Where are you at? Here you go. Is it here? I'm trying to find the section. Oh shit! I hit the chat. Sorry. Hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. Here you go.
I'm off Gideon's. Oh, Moff Gideon's TIE
They're
fighter?
looking at Foles.
Yeah. That's cool.
I think it's badass.
So like all of these micro galaxy ships, like I remember seeing all these on clearance at Target, just sitting there collecting dust. And if not for flippers going in there and just scooping them up and just hanging on to them, you know, people get a second chance at times. People get a second chance. Some people get to see them that didn't even know they existed as a line, you know? So like in some cases, you know, flippers do serve a purpose, you know, when it comes to this hobby. Let me see if I can get the chat back up. I X'd it out and now there you go. Can I lock it? Let's see if I can lock it. There you go. You know, I think about the G.I. Joe Haslabs, right? Or sorry, the Ghostbusters Haslabs. You know, Anthony and I didn't know about the Haslab, the first one, well, the only one, I guess, until way after the fact. When it was already closed, it was already in people's hands. They were already watching reviews. Because not everybody watches this content on a regular basis. So there's going to be figures that appear at conventions and on the aftermarket that, yeah, there's a markup to it. But there's plenty of people who are going to see it that didn't even know it existed. And now they're getting a chance to get it. Yes, a markup would be there, but at least they're getting a chance. At least they're getting a chance to get it. So while I hate flippers in theory for buying five of something that's in stock that everybody wants, at times they do serve a purpose. So right now, literally my only complaint about this figure, Ultra said, is I said before, we shouldn't have got the LAAT carrier with the AT-OT walker as a Haslab. Oh yeah, if you got two things instead of one. Yeah. Let me show you the only complaint I have so far on this figure. It's the this belt piece. So when you want to take the belt off to take the gi off, you can pull that off. And I didn't even know that this fell on the ground. So that's going to be an easy thing to potentially lose. So you do want to be careful with that. You do want to be careful. But saying before, like the legs, some of these are feel a little weird. But I've still got no complaints overall on this thing. And then I was wondering why it had a different color piece here, and I guess it's just so that you can if you want this to blend in on the belt, I guess you can use it. Put this in there. Yep. Like so. So I love this thing, man. I love this thing. We're gonna get some more. We're gonna get some more. I cannot wait to take some photos of this thing. And like I said, you got the other. Yeah, maybe I'll switch to head sculpt. That popped off easy. Yeah, if anything, maybe some of these things pop off too easily, but this is cool. This is cool. Hot water on the knee is the same as water on the brain. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it quite needs the hot water or the heat gun. It doesn't feel like it's quite there. The arms definitely don't. The arms are smooth. The butterfly up here though, that maybe could use some. But yeah, I'm gonna take some real good photos of this. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun with this line. I just know it. This is the right hand. So let's see. You could do. We'll put him in a Hadouken before we wrap. Oh, does he not have? He doesn't have a Hadouken. Oh no, I do. I was like, that's so weird. Why would they not give him that? Yeah, it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some work, but this is a fun one, man. This is good. This is gonna be a fun new desk figure to have. For sure. For sure. So you can get your Marvel vs. Capcom display going with these guys here. McFarlane, you're out. You're done. You're fired. Yeah. I could just fidget with that thing all night. Pause. But we're gonna get, I think Sagat's gonna happen. I'm looking at him right now. Screen share. Yeah. And let's look at that. Let's look at that Blanca. Wait, so is this one also like the same? I wonder if it looks like it has the same like articulation. Obviously different iteration. But oh, so they have a Street Fighter 2 Vega. Oh, okay. So this line's been going for a while. This is just now we're doing the alpha figures versus this one's just Street Fighter 2. That's funny. Okay, so I don't need Vega. Looking at Vega here, don't need him. Oh, these are Jada. Yeah, Jada. Yeah, Storm. Yeah, I don't need Balrog. But Blanca looks sick. Yeah, Blanca looks sick. I could wait for him. Like a sale or something. But Guile's gonna happen, and that's a got. I've said it 50 times, I'm sorry. But that Sagat looks dope. That looks dope. So, yeah, let me know if you guys are in that line. Are there any new lines you guys are collecting? Let me know. That's a nice desk. Yeah, don't put stickers on it. Right? Go back to Snowcat. That ain't happening. Read that. See flippers in the future. Shout out to Rolando. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap today's episode. This was a good one. This was a fun one. I talked about Fan Expo Boston a bit in yesterday's Daily Planet, so check that out. The day 3 video has also dropped, so make sure you check that out. and maybe I'll do another Fan Expo conversation, whatever. I was going to show off the pickups from Fan Expo, but I'll save that for maybe a dedicated video or something. Spoiler alert, bought a lot of Ghostbuster stuff. Surprise. So that'll be its own video, but this was a good one. This was a fun one. And I'm glad that all of you guys came by and gals to hang out with a degenerate like me. You guys know the deal. HeyArcher Live every Thursday, 8:15-ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. Oh, if you get a chance, Alien Earth came out. I saw episode 1. I got questions thoroughly, or not thoroughly. I enjoyed it. Thoroughly is a stretch, but I enjoyed it. So I'm going to watch episode 2 when we're done with this stream here. And I forgot to talk about Poker Face the other day. Such a good show. Poker Face is such a good show. I'll keep telling you guys to watch that show. Do it. And Strange New Worlds. I'm 1 week behind. We're thoroughly enjoying Strange New Worlds. So that's what we're watching. Appreciate all of you. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. Oh, I could have done peace with Ken. I'm out of here. If you're still here, I hit pre-order on Sagat.
Yeah, come on, push a button! Push a goddamn button!
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.